Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Devin Adams, and let's wrap up this authentication with the FortiGate demo that I've been doing for several videos. So in the last video, we saw how we made groups for FSSO users, all right? And we also kind of explored, kind of the caveats if you're doing device identification beyond the FortiGate. We kind of lose that ability to see what device they're on, but FSSO, as long as they're authenticating through the domain controller, it doesn't matter, right? They will still authenticate and be mapped appropriately, okay, once you have everyone using authentication. So the goal for this group is, or the goal for this video, and guys, by the way, it's going to be sloppy because I do not prefabricate my videos. You're going to see everything from start to finish, but we're going to apply access control based off of roles. Okay, so maybe marketing department's going to have different rules as the support department or the sales department. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me log into my domain controller. All right, see all that wonderful traffic coming through. And then we are going to, let's see here, create a firewall rule. And this is where a lot of thinking has to come through, maybe some testing too, because you just suddenly don't want to, you know, start blocking access based off of group membership. Maybe try a different like VLAN or sub network before you just start applying these things. But essentially, what's going to happen, guys, is as the firewall rules hit, okay, they are going to be prompted for authentication as long as they are not a part of an FSSO group, a single sign-on group. So that's the goal here. Let me back up a little bit. I'm kind of rambling. So our goal here is to write firewall rules, right? That if they passively authenticate through the firewall, they're fine, right? They're fine. They're not going to get a prompt. They can do their business. But we want a catch-all at the bottom that says, you know what? If we can't get you with FSSO, you better at least authenticate actively. And once in a good while, if a user has to do that, so be it, right? That might be one of our security goals. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start with this top one. And we're really not doing anything with this top one here. All right, let me go ahead and turn logging on for UTM events. All right, that's cool. But now when we do our source, I'm going to say, you know what? The support department. The support department is going to have free reign. So I go to users and I go to support FSSO and I hit OK. And now the support department is the only one that can access the internet. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. Let's check it out. So, is it that easy? I don't know if it is. So let's go over here. Here's our support. It almost looks identical from our domain controller. This is Bill's, right? Oh, a little puppy dog. And let's just try to go to google.com. Sure taking a long time though, huh? Now, by the way, I have so much stuff going on my laptop. I should probably kill half of those devices. I can hear the poor fan just like dying there. All right, so something's going on here. That's taken way too long. Oh, look at that. Server IP address could not be found. Check your DNS settings. Okay, well, let's go to my little CMD here. All right? See good old Bill, and let's ping something, right? Let's ping out to the internet. I mean, I'm pinging fine, right? I'm pinging fine. Let me go ahead and check, like, I don't know, another device out there. Let me try, I don't know, our domain controller. So, ping 8.8.8.8. Oh, snap. Okay. So guys, I did this on purpose. I promise you, I did it on purpose. So what's going on here? Well, we just said anyone that's getting out to the internet, you have to have, right? You have to have support membership. But our domain controller, which is acting as a DNS server, doesn't have a user associated with it that is going to be authenticated through the firewall. And this is exactly why we should have different zones or different security areas for things like our servers compared to our users, because our domain controller, now acting as DNS, can't get out there to forward DNS requests off to our ISP. Womp, womp, womp. Now, in reality, what I do, okay, is that I probably have a different VLAN or a different interface on my FortiGate just for servers. All right, and that way I know that someone couldn't just stumble along and get access. You can also add the layer security there too by doing things like MAC address filtering. All right, or maybe you'd have uh, um, a service user that might authenticate through the FortiGate. That might be too much work though. So, but what I'm going to do, okay, just as a stopgap, all right, I'm going to go over to my user and devices. Okay, and I'm going to add some layered security here. Are you guys ready? I'm going to go to my device inventory. I'm going to find my domain controller, which is DC1. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. All right. Oh, look at that. I wonder why they got a new MAC address. Okay, anyways, squirrel. So here we go. DC1. All right. Now, a couple things I know about my domain controller. One, the IP address doesn't change. And two, I can throw into a group called domain controllers. Now, I made that earlier by coming down here, hitting create new, calling it domain controllers in case I wanted future domain controllers. You can even upload a picture, whatever. All right. So I hit OK. And then I go over to my policy and objects. I go to IP4. Nope, I lied. I'm going to go to addresses. And I'm going to say, hey, DC1 lives very specifically at this IP address. All right, what IP address is that? 10.0.1.10 with the slash 32. That's how we do a specific IP address. All right, I'll even leave that guy on in case I need to do some routing later. But there we go. All right, and you can even be more granular. So let's go to our IP4, and we're gonna stack on the layers of matching here. So we're gonna say create a new policy. I'm so sorry about how slow these devices are. Come on, guys. I should ask for like a donation. Give me some cool hardware. All right, so here we go. We'll say server access internet. All right, so it lives still on port 3, going out to WAN 1. Okay. Our source, though, this is where we're going to get granular. So our source is going to be DC1. And also, our device is domain controllers. So you see how someone have to fudge our MAC address and also our IP address. All right, here we go. Destination, the internet's a pretty big place, right? All right, there we go. And don't forget also your matching rules, all right? So you want to make sure that this more specific one, well, I guess it wouldn't matter because it would fall through anyways, but usually our specific ones go on top. All right, now maybe that should work now. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Ta-da! All right, guys, so there you go. That was one way that we can go ahead and get our domain controllers not being, or any kind of server not being, what you call it, needing to authenticate to get out to the internet. So now let's go ahead and see if Bill has unrestricted access. See, he can ping out now, but now he should still be, now he should be able to be, he should be, I can't talk, google.com. Get out there, Google, right? Because he went and asked for the domain controller. The domain controller now had access to ask the world for an IP address. And there you go. So we know it's working. All right. So let's still double check though. Remember how we had Sir Mix-a-Lot over here, or whoever it was? Oh. Ooh, it looks like it's still working. Okay. Okay. Interesting, because it shouldn't be. All right. I promise you that is weird. Um, you know, I had this issue the other day too, which is kind of odd. But if I remember right, here we go. Here we go. It might have to do with the firewall rules already being in place for YouTube. In other words, the FortiGate is a stateful firewall, right? So because we did authentication rules after the fact, it doesn't flush out the old ones. So I'm gonna have to actually wait till sessions timeout in order for that to take into an effect. So um, let's go ahead and force it off though. Now normally you wouldn't do this in a normal production environment, but we can clear all of the sessions by doing a, oh my gosh, can I remember how to do it? Diagnose, sys session, clear. Yeah, I just kicked everyone off of my FortiGate. Can you believe it? Someone's going to be mad. So, okay, here we are. And let's see if that worked. You know, yeah, really weird though, huh? See how it's still getting through? It should not be able to do that. Very interesting. Like I said, I had this problem the other day, and yeah, I wasn't quite sure what was going on there, because honestly, it should just be timing out and nothing should be working. But you see how it's still loading up here? In fact, let's go ahead and do a, let's see here, a command prompt. Yeah, it should not be able to do that. It should not be able to do that. So I am not too sure. The only thing that I can think of is maybe because I have that domain controller FSSO made, that domain user group. So let me try removing that. And I'm actually glad that this happened, because it happened to me the other day and I couldn't recreate it. All right, so because Paul should not be getting access through, right? And we saw that. We saw that. So let's actually check something that's local though, because it did work from the domain controller and the support one, but once we came out here, it actually came through, which is kind of odd. So let me go ahead and turn on the marketing laptop, because I need one more thing to blow up my computer. So, and I'll let this boot up, and I'll let Sally through. And Sally is supposed to be a part of sales. So, interesting. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on that FortiGate, because it should not be letting that traffic through. So a good place to look at, if you go to your policies in your FortiView, you can actually see which policies are hitting. All right. Interesting, interesting. Let's go ahead and go to sessions. All right, so there's Bill. Okay. But Paul should not be coming through. See all the DNS requests. Come on, buddy. You can do it. All right, here we go. Wow, that's a lot. Let's go over to our, let's see here, our login reports. And we do have user events too that we can take a look at. All right, so there's Paul getting the login event from DC1. Okay. All right. So let's go over to our monitor and users. I'm just kind of letting everything boot up in the background, guys. All right, so let's go to Firewall, user, monitor. There we go. So here's the IP address. Okay, see what I mean? How they're all associated with domain users? It might not like that. Now, technically speaking, right? Technically speaking, it shouldn't allow them through, even though they're a part of the support FSSO. It might take the first user group, though. That's something I'm going to have to research. So how can I test this? I'm going to remove those domain users out of there. Maybe it doesn't like the catch-all that I was trying to do. So let's go to our, and by the way, guys, like I said, my videos tend to be long, and I apologize, and that's probably why no one's going to watch them, but I like doing the troubleshooting with you guys, because in real life, I'm sorry, stuff doesn't just perfectly happen, does it? So let's go over to our user groups, and I am going to drop the catch-all. All right, so here we go. Domain users, get out of here, domain users. That was dumb, sorry. And that's something I'm going to have to do some more research on when people belong to multiple groups. Which one does it take, so on and so forth. So, all right, there we go. So, let's go ahead now and see if he's allowed back through. All right, so where's our sales PC? Oh, see, he's still allowed back through. Pretty poopy. What about the tablet? Right? The tablet doesn't have any kind of FSSO kind of thing. Let's see here. Let's see, let's go to Yahoo or somewhere, place we haven't gone yet. I don't know. It's kind of freaking out on me. Come on, just want to go to Yahoo. All right, so it looks like at least it's not working for the things that are not using FSSO, which is better than nothing. So, like I said, guys, it's just something to do with the configuration that I'm not quite aware of yet. So let's go ahead and log in Sally over here. Now I'm logging into this machine directly attached. All right, so nothing's cached. Okay. IP freely. Get out of there, IP freely. You're supposed to be on, let's see here. You're supposed to be in the sales group, buddy. All right, and let me make sure that she is recognized as being logged in. So I'm going to go over to my collector. Okay. I'm going to hit refresh now. All right, so there she was. See how that changed? Pretty cool. All right. Sally is now associated with 101102. Okay. And it might take a while for that to pass along to the FortiGate. Now, when I say a while, I mean like a few moments. It's not like we're normally sitting here just watching and waiting, right? It's only when somebody would, call in and say that they didn't have access or they couldn't get access that we'd start seeing some issues here. So let's see here. Nope, where am I trying to go here, guys? Oh, monitor. Here we are. Firewall user monitor. Okay, so yep, there's Sally. And it looks like she is generating some traffic, so I don't know. It looks like it's doing something there, so let's take a look. All right, so, wow, I have way too many windows open. Here we are. All right, let's see if Sally can get out. And if Sally can get out, then we do have a problem, so. All right, 8.8.8.8. And she can. So it looks like my FSSO is not working. So it seems to be working if there's a device that tries to come online that's not a part of the group. But I wanted people only associated with the salesperson group, and that is not working. So I'm going to actually stop the video here and go figure out what's happening. Okay? And then when I get back, I'll show you how to resolve it. And the reason why is because I learned my lesson from the last video, so I'm not going to have you watch me look up Google pages here, but this is not behaving the way that we want it to. Boo. All right, guys. I'll see you in just a few minutes, okay?